Before you go looking for your first carrier as a freight dispatcher, let me tell you something that might hurt just a little bit. You might not be ready. Everyone wants to know how do you get your first carrier, but nobody knows what to do after your carrier says yes. Because once a carrier signs with you, there's no more Googling, it's no more trying to figure it out, it's no more guessing. Like, you are now responsible for making that truck some money. So if you don't know the average rate per mile for that trailer type in their region, if you don't know what lanes are hot versus dead this week, how to call a broker without sounding nervous, how to negotiate more money for your carrier, what detention, deadhead, and layover is, you are not ready to market yourself yet, and that's okay, but just don't skip this part. So imagine you sign up your first carrier and they're like, well, what can you do to get me out of Ohio? And you sitting there panicking, trying to refresh your computer, looking at the load boards. That is chaos. That is not confidence. And carriers can feel that over the phone. So here's a few things that you should be doing first before you sign on your carrier. Pick an equipment type. Do you want to do dry vans, flatbeds, reefers? Do you want to do box trucks? You want to move containers from the ports or from the rails? Like, pick one and stick with it. Then you need to study what are the weight limits for that trailer type. If it's a box truck, is it 10,000? Is it 45,000 for a semi truck? Is it 48,000? Like, you have to know the limit of the weight for your trailer type so that you can book them for the right loads. So something else you want to know is like common commodities, and commodity is the freight that is going inside of the truck. So for example, out of the port of Virginia, they move a lot of cotton, they move pickles, they move pharmaceuticals that have to be connected to like reefer containers. Like, you want to know out of your region. So we have the Midwest, we have Southeast, we have the South, we have the West Coast, we have the East Coast, Northeast. You want to know out of which region, you got to get a map and understand out of which region, what is most commonly being moved by the trailer type that you chose. So you also want to study for like seasonal trends. So for example, I live in Metro Detroit. So there's a seasonal thing where they might move lumber, they might move steel beams, they might move concrete, sand, things for like construction when it gets like warmer or something like that. And then, like, for example, during our holiday season, there might be a lot of reefer trucks that are moving food for us, state to state. So when you have a certain trailer type and you specialize in your market, you sound much more sharp than somebody that just says, I dispatch trucks. So then you want to track rate per mile trends and not just one load. So you want to look at the short miles versus the long miles. You want to look at regional versus OTR, maybe in-state versus overstate lines. What areas are good to avoid? Like, for instance, I heard that Florida is very easy to get into, but it's weak freight to come out of. And I heard the same thing for California, like it's easy to get into California, but hard to get out of, or vice versa. You want to make sure that you are becoming an expert out of the region that you choose to work out of. Another good tip that I would say is to practice calling brokers. You don't have to be ready to book, but you can call them. You can start to get comfortable with the conversation that you're having, learning how to speak the language of the industry. Just practice calling. And where you're calling, actually listen to the language of the industry. So they'll ask certain questions like, what's your MC number? Is your driver available now? What's the ETA? Are they loaded, unloaded? Like, are they team drivers? Is it a solo driver? Like, it's certain things that they're going to ask. And you just need to get comfortable before you decide to onboard your first carrier. Because once you understand the market, getting carriers is 10 times easier, trust me. Save this video, follow me if you want some more dispatching tips, and don't forget, as Chanel taught you.